train bounced the doorway, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness before Dunmanway.
Off the track, we want these 6 runners going behind for the novice. This has the race number on April Rose and Old Time High. April Rose, Donald Murphy right, takes over from Michelle. Right for the Shields, Donald wears number 5 and April Rose. Next field number Joe Reardon and Old Time High. Runners for the second one, please be ready. The Gracie Park runners, please be ready.
The first of the 2-day event and the opening of the new track and net. Starting with the novice trot, it's been sponsored very kindly by John Cohan, Carfield, Skibbereen, Barry Brothers, Ross Oil, and the trophy is presented to the winner by Joe Williamson. The car, the 6 runners behind as we look down. Southbrook Smoke wears number 19, Patrick O'Brien, Mr. Cahalady wears number 8, April Rose wears number 5, Californian Girl 42, Alma Mac is 34, and Old Time High going to join wears number 32. Away on the first run of the new central track. Ty Murphy takes them on the inside. He strikes down for the Manning corner. Paddy Collins looking to get in out of the way. Down they go. The compass points have been sponsored very kindly here on net. So I'm informed. The back stretch, as we'll know it from now on, has been sponsored by Zena Co-op, the Dairyman Straight. Looking across, we see them getting the first run of it. April Rose sets the pace by 2 from Alma Mac. Christine makes a nice move up with Californian Girl to challenge in 3. Behind that, Joe Reardon has done a cropper. The first bump for the afternoon on the track. Joe is up. And All Time High looks a bit shook, but Joe is sitting wondering what's after happening. Coming around, still steady the pace. By 2 lengths, April Rose from Alma Mac. Behind that, Californian Girl, Lisa Lady starting to make a run in 4. Joe is up and standing. The ambulance is ready to go across. Those to come up in front are going to get the bell, and that run means a run of a lap for home. Running nice is Vincy Tobin's breeding. April Rose being pressed along nicely by Alma Mac on the inside. Californian Girl makes a move on the outside and not far off the touch of Lisa Cahalady, the big square throttle in the race as they swing around the Manning corner for the last time. Still in front. April Rose being pressed by Alma Mac on the outside. Christine falling back from the fight slightly with Californian Girl. Lisa Cahalady losing ground there on the bend. To the Drina Co-op stretch for the second and last time. They go by a length. April Rose on the inside. Ty Riley is fighting hard with Alma Mac on the outside. Christine is too far off to challenge with Californian Girl. Does a run in with the Cahalady. She's starting to improve. To go around the Dinosaur's Jeweller's corner. We're going to call it the home turn this time. They're going to go 2 abreast. They're going to have a good finish to the first race of the afternoon. The novice trot on the inside, still fighting. April Rose gone up on the outside. The black is Alma Mac. Coming from a strong position behind comes Lisa Cahalady. She has yet to get up to challenge Californian Girl. They're levelling and straightening for home, and it's Alma Mac out in the centre after taking it over from April Rose on the inside. Lisa Cahalady's improving all the way. This straight is proving good for her. Up to the touchline, they're coming. Lisa Cahalady comes off the back. This one motoring with power behind her. Lisa Cahalady fights from the back. Up in front with Kieran. 1 Lisa Cahalady, 2 is Alma Mac, 3 is April Rose, and 4 is Californian Girl. They're taking Joe Reardon to the the 4 runners of Kieran. Are they going in the game? Well, that's going to second, third, and 4th pace. And then we'll go with that from Kansas. Answered very kindly by DC's Co-op, T. O'Donovan's and Sons of Let. The winner collects the Anthony O'Donovan Perpetual Shield to the raceman front. The chap with the white face shows in front for the first time. Young Smoke Away being chased along by Parker Cottage. Kieran opening up the daylight to Donald Murphy with Parker Cottage behind. And 2, Smoke Away is out in front. From the 07 they come for the first time. He'll Smoke Away on his best behaviour. For Kieran, being chased by Tucker Cottage. Down the straight they come, they're sponsored very kindly by Southwestern Breeding Society. They go a full distance again to make the touchline as they get the bear on the track. The brave bookie behind me shouts even money to Taka. He seems to have heard him as he improves a length or two. Yes. Taka heard that coat and has moved up to give the punter the challenge. Down the green-up stretch for the last time. Still in front, Young Smokeway on his very best behaviour. Turkey and O'Driscoll being chased by Taka Cottage. Kieran O'Donnell kept Taka strive for the run home. He's trying to get up hard on the challenge with Young Smokeway. Young Smokeway is a gamey, hoppy little fella on the inside, and Taka is going to throw the challenge from the outside as they swing to the O'Leary Totton for the last time. It's neck and neck. That bookie could be taken up too soon. The even money is gone in front of Taka Cottage. Taka Cottage takes it over from Young Smokeway as they cruise around the home Totton. Around comes Taka Cottage, and as Taka Cottage is going to show the daylight to Young Smokeway from here in. Cruising for home comes Taka Cottage. John will keep his powder well dry. Kieran fights back with Young Smokeway, but Taka has it on the trot. Up to the touchline, a win for the O'Sullivans with Taka Cottage. 2 is Young Smokeway.
The Grade East Sulky. 6 runners in it. It's been sponsored very kindly by Michael Ronan Insurance Slice and Pinch and Broker of Let. And the Anyway Balanced Gibberine. 6 runners in it. Runners are: number 1 is Sweet Surprise, Paddy Brown's Bull Runner. Number 2 is Adora Surprise. Number 3, Californian Girl. Number 4 is Kentucky Mire, an old runner for Tommy Hill. Number 6 is Alma Mac. The back marker, the season campaigner in the race, Taylor's Express. For the Forbes is Wales number 7. 2 circuits of the tractor race.
The top formation boys on the inside, number 1. Sam Jennings up on the outside with Alma Mac. Well, if you choose to stay behind, that's your own business. Yes, Sam stays behind his formation touch. The break to the first one. To the Paddy Manning corner. It is Adore Surprise strikes it in the centre. Patrick Carey's on the inside with the fast running Sweet Surprise taking back from Adore Surprise as they go down the back stretch for the first time. It's Californian Girl line 3 as they make the race into a halfway stage, 3 in front and 3 behind. The improvement from behind is Anna Mac with Sam Jennings as he cuts down the ground. Behind that comes the chasing Tommy Hill with Kentucky Mire to Sam Falls off the touchline with Tails Express. Indian File, they go on the Dairyman stretch for the first time, sponsored very kindly by Drina Co-op as they swing around to pick the O'Leary's corner. They start to meet together. The pacemakers in front is Sweet Surprise from Adora Surprise. Up outside that is the strong running Californian Girl with the white star of Martin Bickley showing on the outside. Tommy swings Kentucky Mire outside that, in behind that is Alma Mac, and Taylor's Express is not going to be in a fighting position. Up around O'Leary's corner they come to find the Southwestern Breeding Society straight. And here in front of me is the lip-in touch, but it is Sweet Surprise and Patrick Carey offside, throws the advantage away to Martin Bickley. He brings the big one up in front. Californian Girl, and they run a circuit for home. Californian Girl takes over the lead from Alma Mac running on the outside of Adora Surprise going for home to the Manning corner for the second last time. Californian Girl by a link clear of Alma Mac. Sam is a nice cool driver. He settles them on the outside. Tommy Hill looks to be promising with Kentucky Mire in front of that. It is Thatcher's back in the race on the inside with Sweet Surprise up on the outside of that. It is Patrick Donovan with Adore Surprise. Indian File they go again. The leader this time is Californian Girl being pushed along by Alma Mac. Sweet Surprise is fighting hard to get back on number turns. Behind that comes Adore Surprise and losing the touch. It is Kentucky Mire. Down the back stretch they go, still there in front by nothing. Just a length in front is Californian Girl being chased along by a snappy running Alma Mac. Moving up on the outside, back into the frame comes Adore Surprise. Patrick Carey seems to have the fight lost with Sweet Surprise. They swing around the O'Leary Totton and they're starting to open it up. There's going to be 2 coming to the touchline in front for the Grade D Sulky, sponsored by Michael Ronan and Annie May's Barra Skibberine on the inside. Californian Girl is starting to look good for Billy Barry. Comes under the pressure of Alma Mac for the Riley Boys of Ross. But Smart is on the inside and he gets a spot on the Californian Girl, and here comes the coolest driver on the race, Sam Jennings, as he asks Alma Mac to get up. If 1 is going to be Californian Gabble, 2 is Armagh, finishing 3, Patrick O'Donovan with a door of surprise, and 4, the early pacemaker, Paddy Brown's Sweet Surprise.
Paddy Collins. Paddy Cahill, please. Paddy Cahill. There we have Paddy Cahill. Yes, it was. Would you get we got Paddy Cahill? I think it was the massive. Okay, John?
What did? Harry? Harry? Harry, come
Are we all in? Are we know? You can tell me when our camera people. Okay? Hold on.
About the blessed site, usually known as a simple site.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. God our Father, we thank you for the world we live in. We thank you for giving it to us and allowing us to shape and mold it for our own use. We ask you to bless this racetrack and all who labor in its creation and all who give towards it. May its creation bring brightness, healthy recreation, and many hours of enjoyment to our community. May it foster a spirit of friendship, of unity, and of goodwill. We ask you, Lord, to look down on the horses and their horsemen and women with your protection as they race on this track. May they race sportingly, fairly, and the gracious sport in victory and defeat. We ask your blessing too upon all who visit here. Be with them with your protection and your presence. Keep us all free from all harm and danger. We make this prayer to Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thank you, Father. I would like to welcome everyone here today. The pleasure you are here. And I would like to thank, first of all, the men who built it and worked hard there. That would be
Finbar, Dunmanway, and his family. So, isn't it a beautiful job? Isn't it what another big hand to them? And to us. Another thing that we appreciate about this track is we have our own minister in West Cork, our Minister of Agriculture, and he came from Dublin. I have one in there. We have our Minister for chosen this. You're all of him, and we have the track. I'd like to show up here, Paddy, before we finish. I will now hand you over to the Minister to say a few words to you. Minister Joel, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Paddy, my colleagues, Stephanie Penn, Paddy Sheehan, John Cal, Chairman of Cork County Council, Jim Johnell, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and followers of racing, both in West Cork and Cork County, and visitors from other parts of the country, and a special welcome to our friends from Dublin. I understand that they brought down almost 20 horses and are staying here locally. You're very welcome to this inaugural meeting and the opening of this central track for West Cork here in Lepp. And I want to say how proud I am of West Cork and of the committee who put so much work in organising and in planning this particular track. And it's only 6 months ago, roughly, since John Cal cut the opening sod for this track, and the amount of work that has been done since by Finn Berwick and his family is quite outstanding, and is a tribute to both that particular firm and to the organising committee. And of course, a special tribute has to be paid to Paddy Collins, who made his property available here for this fine facility. Trotting, of course, has a special place in West Cork, and I can go back as far as Lady from Lepp, who is known to almost everybody in the present generation, and the road trotting particularly since then, and some field trotting. And with the introduction of the sulky and harness racing, it is now an international sport. And it amazes me when I visit Holland and Denmark and France, the degree of interest in sulky racing and in trotting racing. It is by far the biggest horse sport in all of those countries. And I'm delighted that there is so much contact and liaison between the Irish Trotting Association and our counterparts in Europe. I think that this particular track and this facility has a tremendous future. It has a tremendous contribution to make to the economy of West Cork, to the people who breed and train and race trotting and sulky racers, and especially now with alternative farming enterprises being so important, there is just no limit to the degree of importance of this particular industry. I want to say that this track is particularly well laid out, and with a little bit of landscaping it can become really a smashing place to visit, and tremendous enjoyment can be got by all of the family in coming to the race meetings here. And you have one natural advantage in that you have a viewing area up here where you can see the entire race. You can see the full track, and that's more than can be said for the Curragh, Fairy House or Leopardstown. You've got it all here, and you've got it naturally. And I want to conclude by again paying tribute to everybody in the small committee who have made this facility available for the enjoyment of the many thousands of people who will come here over the years. As far as we, the public representatives, are concerned, we are supporting this venture totally and fully. And we know that you have an application for assistance and for grant aid under the LEADER program. We know your application is well documented and well researched, and I have no doubt that the LEADER committee will give priority, and priority means that they will give grant aid to this facility. It is of West Cork, it is a part of what we are here, it is of tremendous importance, not alone to the racing end, but to the people who keep the one or two horses on their farms. And I know very well that there will be a positive outcome in terms of grant aid under Leader to support this, because it has cost in the region of £60,000, not taking the property or all the voluntary work that went into account. And as you know, under the Leader programme, there is facility there to give pound for pound expenditure, and I personally see no reason why this isn't a most deserving case for that grant aid. So in conclusion then, I want to wish this track well, to wish everybody associated with it well, to wish all the patrons who come here over the years many happy hours of enjoyment here in this particular track, and I want to now officially declare this track open. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Welch. Another man here beside me that put a lot of work, a lot of time into this track is our engineer, Dan Howland. And voluntary too, in fairness. So I would still like to put your hands together and give him a right big hand. No, I would have to ask the man that did the shot in here for the special word. I like this shot, a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Chairman, Minister, Deputies, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, I too am delighted to be present here this evening for the official opening of this track. Like Joe, I would like to congratulate all those concerned, Paddy and his small committee, for the tremendous amount of work that they have done over the few short months. As the Minister stated, it's only a few short months ago since I cut the first sod, and the amount of work that the contractors have put into building this beautiful track here today is tremendous. There is great credit due to the contractors and to the committee, and I would compliment the committee for the courage that they had in going ahead. I remember it's only 12 months ago that Joe and myself spoke here in this very spot, and the chairman, Perry, stated that he definitely was going ahead with the development of a central track here in Lep. And he asked of us on that occasion to give every assistance that we could. And if Joe had said that wherever we can, we have given assistance, and I've no doubt that you will be receiving assistance from the Leader programme, that all public representatives here in West Cork have supported in every way possible whatever monies may become available from the Leader programme, or whatever monies may be available from other sources, because as far as this track is concerned, hundreds of people will receive enjoyment, and it's going to be a family track where all the family can come out and enjoy themselves. And I understand that you're going to have a number of fixtures here during the year. As far as racing is concerned in West Cork, it's very, very popular. Many people, especially in the winter months, get a lot of enjoyment from the road racing in all our villages throughout the county. It is of a tremendous boost as well to the villages where the races take place. And that's why that I'd ask the general public here to give every support you can to the racing committees, because there's further scope and further development as far as the horse industry is concerned. And finally, I'm delighted to be associated with this opening here this evening, and I want to congratulate you again, Paddy, and your committee, and to wish you every success in the years ahead, and that you will have many, many happy days racing here this year and in the many, many years ahead. Thanks, Paddy.
Thank you, John. This is a rare occasion, ladies and gentlemen, so we would like to every TD have a say. So before I hand over to the next TD, I would like to ask our chairman of the Traffic Association, James Conley, to say to us. He's staying in the background there all along, so I had to push him up here.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Minister, distinguished guests, I think that it's a great honour for me to be here today. In 1983, when I took a chance on what was in two traffic organisations, if you told me that in less than 10 years we'd have a central track in West Cork, I'd have said you were mad. I said if we were talking to one another we were in business. We're here today, we're strong, and we can go forward from today. The potential for this track, I don't think anybody in West Cork realises it. Right throughout Europe, as our Minister already mentioned, trotting is a huge sport. This track is going to give us, I think, the opening and the challenge to meet it. And our horse owners in this situation, I'm saying it here, are going to have to accept change on this track. Because everything that's going to be done on this track is going to be standardised to time. That's going to result in changes for you, and you're going to have to accept them. But it's all for the better, I can assure you. What I would say finally is to congratulate the LIP committee. They were the men that stuck their necks out, they took the chance, they had no promise of anything in their staffing, and it was a very, very brave committee that did it. So, thanks very much.
Thank you, James. Jim O'Keefe, TD. Few short words, please.
A Gaelic, Ara, Arca, Irvinica, and the Carja. A few hundred years ago since Charles Lamb, famous writer, he wrote these words. He said, young men see visions, old men dream dreams. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that no matter how many years Paddy Collins and his friends have up on the clock, within that definition it's very clear that Paddy was a young man who saw a vision, and here we are today with the full realization of that vision. Joe mentioned his earlier memories of trotting. I'm not sure whether mine goes back a bit before him or not, but I can remember Jack Paddy and Candy and the New Line outside Skibbereen. Do any of you remember him? So, just from our point of view, the trotting has a deep-rooted tradition here in West Cork, and it is marvellous indeed that Paddy and his team here have built on that tradition, have had a vision for the future, and have ensured that that vision has been put to reality. If I want to give one serious message here today, well maybe two, but the main one is this, that let us take example from what has been done here. We have a lot of problems in this country, and you know, a lot of us, we spend a lot of time talking about them. The solution to those problems is people prepared to do something about it. And that's why I'm so proud to be here with Paddy and his team here today, to join with Joe and John Cal and the others in paying tribute to those who have brought this dream to fruition, to guarantee the continuing support of myself and my other political colleagues, and from the point of view of any backing that can be given for it, to also urge you all to continue giving your support, to say that this is a historic day for West Cork. I'm delighted to be part of it, as I'm sure you all are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. The man from the West, Paddy Sheehan.
Mr. Chairman, Reverend Fallon, Minister, fellow colleagues in the County Council, Councillor John Calvin-McCarthy, Councillor Jim O'Sullivan, and Councillor Tygo O'Donovan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to be with you all here this evening at this, the official opening of your beautiful racetrack here in West Cork. I must say that it is only fit and proper that West Cork should take a lead in giving this magnificent racetrack to the country for the enjoyment of the people of the country. Horse racing, and especially trotting racing, goes back in history to its foundation in West Cork. In fact, there was a well-known public representative, the late Christy Vaughan, had a beautiful trotter at that occasion 35 to 40 years ago called Flying Saucer, who brought delights to many on the racecourse. And ever since then, down along the years, the best of racing horses have been bred here in West Cork, and trotting horses as well. And I'm sure that Paddy Collins, your chairman here, must be one of the proudest men in Ireland today to see such a beautiful track here in his own land. It is a great thing for Paddy have the site to offer and to give and to provide this amenity, because this was half the battle in getting the real site. And I have no doubt about it, Paddy, the people of West Cork and Ireland will be forever grateful to you for your picking out of this beautiful site here for this trotting centre. I know that a lot of hard work has gone into it, but indeed you have been rewarded here today with the finishing off of the track. And I do hope that the words echoed by our Minister for Agriculture, and indeed I don't doubt him one bit when he said that the money he hoped would come, a good helping of money would come to finance this project from the Leader project in Europe. And I have no doubt about it that if any man will try to get it, Joe Welch will get it. And he will be ably aided by Jim O'Keefe and myself. Thank you one and all, and I wish you all the very best of racing for the rest of the evening, and indeed happy years of racing ahead. Thank you.
So it's a grand thing to know that all the TDs there now that you from Lit, Candy and Flying Saucer. Yeah, so they're with me much between their ages. So there's a man here beside me who's arguing with me all the time. He's from County Dublin, Paddy Kane, and I would like to welcome every Dublin one here, man and woman. There's a rake of them around, staying around there, and they're a happy crowd, and I hope that they'll look here this year. So Paddy will say a few words to I'm sure. Don't stop joining me. On behalf of the Dublin Trotting Rush, I'd like to thank the committee and Paddy Collins for having us here on this weekend. And I have to congratulate them on the work they've done on the track. I was here last week, and I thought I wouldn't be ready, but they're actually doing wonders. And another year, and I'd say it's equally as good, if not better, than Portmarnock. And I wish them all the best in the world, trotting all over the world. Thank you, Paddy. After that, I would like to thank everyone that came along, Minister for Agriculture, and two TDs, Jim O'Keefe, Paddy Sheehan, John Carroll, Jim O'Sullivan, Taggy O'Donovan, and any other one. Maybe I'm sure DF is somewhere around, and we expected Dennis O'Donovan too, so if you were there, thank you very much for coming along. Thank you, gentlemen. Best luck to you. So back to the AC again.
James Conley standing alongside, so stick in us for a few moments, just not to excite, just an eagle to the sponsor, very unique picture of Minister Walsh in the driving seat on the harness horses. Do we have the room there for the photographer, please?
We are waiting here for years, and before I go any further, I will go right around the cycle show. Take you off on the start here, the first corner will be known as the Paddy Manning Memorial Corner. We'll go on to the back straight, will be known as Rena Cross Straight. The corner over the old house will be known as the New South Corner. The corner on our left, as you go out of the track, will be known as the Southwestern Corner. And down the straight here will be known as the Left-in Corner, or straight. So now, we will accept this beautiful, massive cup here from the Manning memory, in memory of their father. Give it a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Both families have put up, along with this cup, £1,000, and I would ask you please put your hands together and give them a very big round of applause. Paddy's been doing it to us for years racing, and we always get things.
on to the high business of the afternoon.
The Minister of the first heat of the big one, the Central Track Grand Prix, has been sponsored very kindly by Murphy's Brewery, and the winner collects that fine perpetual memorial cup presented by the Manning family of Limerick. It's dedicated to that great man of trotting, Paddy Manning. Runners down at the start. Sea Blue, Freddie Shannon's wears number 1. Number 2 is Rubenstein. Number 3 is Justin Angel. Number 4 By Chance. Number 5 is Sandra Spirit. Number 6 is Cavalier Huff, one of the Dublin Invasions, a square trotter being driven by Alan Wallace. And number 7 is Sly Bernard, the drive of M. McKittrick.
Come on, John Shannon, let's move up into line. You're draw number 1 with Sea Blue. Let's get him up, John. Up they come. It's a straight line start. Right across behind the gate, starting on the inside of number 1. Alan Wallace slow to move in. No, it's Emma Crick is slow to get up. But here they come for heat number 1. The white flag is just up and waving. It disappears and the race is on. Moving on the inside is Rubenstein. With the square trotter in the race, he has lost a bit of his packing already. Alan Wallace in trouble with his knee boot, but moves to the outside to challenge Justin Angel very early in the race. That is Cavalier Huff. Cavalier Huff's trotting on the back stretch, but in front it is Justin Angel by a link. Cavalier Huff gone off the trot. Alan has to fight back with him to get him back into pace. Well, I've seen him, he burst a bit of harness, so it was going to cause some trouble somewhere along the line, and he throws away a good chance. Alan Weldon moves him to the outside to settle him down. Down the Dreenick stretch they go for the first time. Still in front, Justin Angel being chased along by Rubenstein. Sly Bernard goes 3, behind that is Sea Blue. Cavalier Huff starts to trot again for Alan as he comes up to challenge Sea Blue for a back marking place, but in front it is Justin Angel coming up. There's 2 to race from in front, 2 circuits to cover from in front. Being chased is Justin Angel by Rubenstein. The square trotter settled nicely for Alan as his back in contention as he's moving up on the outside of his fellow Dublin runner. That is By Chance. By Chance and John Smith sits 3. Behind that is Sea Blue. Behind that is Sly Bernard on the back marker. It is Sandra Sperrett. Down the back stretch they go around the Manning Tudden to find the Drina Co-op straight. It's still Justin Angel sets the pace from Rubenstein. Behind up outside that goes Cavalier Huff being challenged by the Sheehy's By Chance. Behind that is Sea Blue, 2 Sly Bernard, 2 Sandra Spirit, who's not impressing for Donald. Down the back stretch, the square trotter doing all the work as he moves up on the outside. There goes Alan to challenge Justin Angel. They're starting to open up the daylight on Rubenstein. John Smith sees daylight with By Chance and tries to respond. The back markers are coming. Donald Murphy must have heard my comment because he started to move off the back with Sandra Spirit. Around the Jeweller's Turn they come for the second time. It's going to be the home turn the next time they strike it. They're not too adrift as yet. The square trotter on the outside versus the pace of Justin Angel on the inside. They have 3 clear of Rubenstein. Behind that comes By Chance. Behind that Sea Blue is in the frame. The back marker starting to tidy up the rear in between Sly Bernard and Sandra Spirit. They're going to get the bell down on the track this time. That means running a circuit and 3 to qualify. They're on their final run. They're going for home. Justin Angel, last year's winner, is looking good at this stage for Finbar. The trotter is trotting like a bird as he moves up on the outside to challenge. There go 2. The 2 in front is Justin Angel. Behind on the outside of that is Cavalier Huff. In behind that is Rubenstein. Up on the outside of that is By Chance makes a move on the outside. Behind that comes Sea Blue. Up on the outside, on the extreme outside comes Donald Murphy with Sandra Spirit, and on the inside is Sly Bernard. But the back stretch, the dairyman stretch for the last time. Justin Angel is the quicker around the tunnel as he has a link clear on Cavalier Huff. The back markers are starting to move as they pick it up. Yes, the central track is going to prove popular. They're all coming together to the home touch. There's 3 to qualify. I'm going to be made work for my money, but still in front is Justin Angel. He sets the pace. Anything can happen from there behind. Moving on the outside it is John Smith with By Chance. Cavalier Huff has dropped back a stride or 2, but around they come 3 to qualify, and the fight is going to be done from the back. Justin Angel and Finbar sits pretty. Rubenstein is on the inside By Chance. Here comes John Shannon with Seabreeze away on the outside, and here comes Murphy's Sandra Spirit on the extreme outside, but up to the line. Justin Angel is in form as he cruises for home. Watch for the pace. Who's going to get it? Seabreeze is up. Here comes Sandra Spirit fighting Rubenstein. 1 Justin Angel, 2 is Seabreeze, 3 is Sandra Spirit. On my account, have to wait for the judges to call. But it'll be good for Justin Angel in front to qualify. Drivers
drivers, before you leave the track, let's have the handicap
Race
number.
been sponsored very kindly by O'Driscoll's Garage of Guthrow Lep, C&C. The winner of this one will collect the Jackie O'Sullivan Memorial Trophy. 6 runners in it. Wearing number 1 is Hydo's Matilda, Christy O'Sullivan's new runner. Wearing number 2 is Sweet Surprise. Wearing number 3 is October Gold. Number 4 is Newtown Lisa. Number 5 is Adora's Princess. And number 6, the one that the money is going on, is a Berrien River.
Dennis O'Leary to the starting line, please. Come on, boys, let's get into line. Come on, lads, let's move up into line. Right, Paddy, this time the white flag is up. He's entitled to move at any time. Yes, they're getting more serious about it this time. Patrick Cuddy inside. Come on, we're giving them the advantage of a slow start to the juveniles of 3-year-olds. 2 circuits to reach them in front. Vardy sponsored 3-year-old race. As they go by for the first time, it's Alan Reid moves out to challenge the number 1 drawn, Hydo's Matilda. Berrien River drops back into the number 2 slot. Behind that is Jarkeri with October Gold. Alan Wallace is moving nicely on the outside with Newtown Lisa. Behind that comes Paddy O'Donovan challenging Sweet Surprise for the stunner of the race. Down the Greenock Straight for the first time, John Shannon has Hydo's Matilda pacing nicely, being challenged by Alan Reid. Alan Wallace moves up with Newtown Lisa to dispute it. Coming out of the back, it is Sweet Surprise, going by on Adora's Princess. Around the Jeweller's Turn, Dennis O'Leary's corner, they come. Still in front, John Shannon being chased by the Dublin boys. The best of that challenge, it is Alan Wallace. It's Alan Reid with a Berrien River. Going to get the bell this time in front of their runner circuit for home. Alan Wallace seems to be the smoothest of the 3 as they go by, with Arabian River still in front. Christy O'Sullivan's runner, Hydo's Matilda, by a half a length. Alan is ready to move on the outside to throw the challenge. Alan Wallace is not going to be far off the touchline with Newtown Lisa as they strike the backstretch for the last time. They started to change into turbo. Still in front it is Hydo's Matilda being challenged by Alan Reid as he gets the big fella up the challenge. That's a Berrien River. They're drawing level pegging. Alan Wallace is fighting hard with Newtown Lisa to improve. The double man shows his nose in front for the first time by a length on Hydo's Matilda. It is a Berrien River from Newtown Lisa, going to be a Dublin challenge. Hydo's Matilda still in there in the centre. But up the home straight they come. On the inside, Alan Reid has taken it over with a Berrien River, being challenged on the outside by Newtown Lisa from Hydo's Matilda. But up comes Alan. He has a look to see where the challenge is. It's moving on the inside. 1 is the Berrien River. 2 is Newtown Lisa. 3, Hydo's Matilda. Finishing 4, Jarkeri with October Gold.
Follow Johnny Donovan on the track to get it on the track.
Let's have the numbers back. Stuart Speed, Jerry O'Donovan, you're wanted on the track with the tractor. Let's have the handicap numbers back, drivers, before you go to the hot boxes. Let's have the handicap numbers back. Right, the white flag is going on for heat number 2, the track man 3, staying post as the early one, 3 laps for race, taking qualified. They start straight behind the gate on the inside, way number 1, it's by the Hardy's new runner, spellbound, way number 2.
For the Central Track Grand Prix. 6 runners in this one. Number 1 on the inside is Violet Hurley's new runner, Spellbound. Number 2 is Lime Hazard. Number 3 is Saunders Tia Marie. Number 4 is the Murphy's HT Eddies. Number 5 under the Dublin Invasion, the Rambler, to the drive of young Christy Dunn. And number 6 is the Sheehy's Governor George, the drive of Alan Wallace on the outside.
Formation by, come on lads, let's move up behind. Stuart, so we have the track clear here in front. Come on, parents, please, let's have those young kids back on the rail, please. Come on, parents, let's keep those young kids back. He's drawn on line number 2 as Paddy Collins moves away with them. Governor George on the outside, Alan, please. Alan Oxley takes the back line. Here we come with heat number 2. Up nicely on the inside is number 1, Spellbound. We're moving off like a rocket. It's HT Elias and Lime Hazard. They go step for step and they barely give that gear chance to get in.
3. It must be the fastest starting heat of the afternoon. On the inside it is Spellbound, moving up on the outside to challenge is Lime Hazard. HT fell slightly adrift as he drops back a couple of lengths to find Christy Dunn with the Rambler in 4. Behind that is Governor George. 2, Saunders Tia Marie. Down the back stretch. In front it is Spellbound, being chased along by Lime Hazard. Donal Murphy is back up in the frame with HT Adius on the inside. Christy Dunn moves a little closer with the Rambler in 4. Behind that, Tia Marie and Governor George disputed for the starting position. But around they come for the first time. They have 2 to race them in front as they sail up towards me on the Southwestern Breeding Society Straight. On the inside, it is Spellbound, being chased along on the outside by Lime Hazard, gone back into 3. It is HT Arias. Behind that comes the Rambler, moving out to the back. Comes Tia Marie to the back marker. It's Governor George. Going to the Manning corner for the second time. Joe Carey sits pretty on Violet Hurley's runner, Spellbound, being chased along by Lime Hazard, who's cruising in 2. In behind that is HT tucked nicely in 3. Behind that is the Rambler. Starting to move off the back, it's Tia Marie to Governor George on the rear end, tidied up as they find the backstretch for the second time. They moving abreast on the outside, it is Lime Hazard. Donal Murphy is looking for ground in the centre, not going to be easily got with HT. Lime Hazard moves up to challenge Spellbound on the inside. HT looks for room on the centre but doesn't get it. Drops back into 3. Behind that comes the Rambler. Behind that comes Saunders, Tia Marie and Governor George. The Chestnut starting to make a move on the outside. They come around the Jeweller's Tavern for the second time. Remember, it's a heat. 3 qualify and 3 laps to race. They're going to get the bell this time in front to run the circuit for home. Still there, the red cap of Joe Carey with Spellbound on the inside, being challenged by the ladies. Lime Hazard up in 2. Donal Murphy moves on the outside with HT Adius, who's cruising. Behind that comes Governor George from the back up to challenge in 4. Behind that is the Rambler, and Tia Marie is out of the frame. They go for home, and the pluckiest horse in the race at this stage, it's HT Adius. Has a gamey look about him as he comes to challenge his arch rival Lime Hazard on the inside. Behind that, Spellbound has dropped back to 3. We're going to see a burst down the back stretch out of these 2. Lime Hazard on the inside. HT is up on the outside challenging, giving away a link or 2 on that turn. Behind that comes Spellbound to Governor George back and forth, and the fight has gone out of the Rambler. Down the back stretch, yes, HT gives Donal Murphy a good pull as he comes up to challenge Lime Hazard. They're going to have a race between themselves home to qualifier. It's 3 qualifying. It looks good for the local boys, Lime Hazard, HT and Spellbound. Spellbound and Governor George could make a race for the place as they come around that home turn. But step for step, toe for toe, Lime Hazard on the inside, HT is on the outside. Lime Hazard is opening the corner by a link on HT. They're going to straighten up on the Southwestern Straight and run for home. Lime Hazard on the inside, HT comes cruising up on the outside. Governor George is improving. He could get into the frame on Spellbound. But up they come to qualify for the final. Lime Hazard on the inside, HT is cruising. It's a race between them. HT gets his nose in front. HT 1, Lime Hazard 2, and yes, Spellbound is gone through to the final. Stewards, we want the handicap numbers back before we leave the track. Stewards, please, let's have the handicap numbers back immediately before we leave the track. Stewards, let's have the handicap numbers back, please, before we leave the track. Likewise, let's see the runners roll on for heat number 3. Let's see the runners come for heat number 3. Again, the same format. 3 laps to race and 3 to qualify. Yes, the final one for the Central Track Grand Prix. It's going to be made up of a good race. 9 runners going through to it. We have 6 qualified already. We're looking for 3 more. The biggest heat of the afternoon. There's 8 runners in this one. Number 1 on the inside is the part of the Dublin Invasion, Oaks Manasseh, with John Sheridan aboard. Number 2 is Sliced Out with Michael Goggin for Alex Hamilton. Number 3 is Some Night with Willie Sheridan. Number 4 is Donal Murphy with John O'Sullivan's runner Trailblazer. Second line, they take up number 5 on the inside, the horse we knew well in West Cork one time, Stonerig I Am, the driver John Smith. Number 6 is Bobby Cleary with Markham Music. Number 7 is Stonerig Diamond, and number 8 is Blackwood Peter for Corey O'Sullivan. Come on, boys, let's get them into line. 4 in front, 4 go behind as they're going to come sweeping up past us. Come on, Paddy, move away with that gate. Yes, not hanging about down there too long. Made up of 4 in front, 4 back markers, so please get into line. Come on, lads, in behind the back markers. Right, he has them in lovely formation on the inside. In perfect pace, it's Oaks Manasseh. He's getting away fast. Nearly got caught the last time, but not going to get caught this time. It's the big fella in the race. Sly Star shows in front with Michael Goggin being pressed along on the outside by Willie Sheridan, and Some Night gone up on the inside. It's Oaks Manassas as they strike the man in corner for the first time. One of the Sheridan brothers in front with Oaks Manassas. He looks the wrong way. He sees his stable companion gone up the challenge on the outside. That's Some Night. The Sheridan boys carrying plenty of weight and sitting pretty as they go down the Dairyman stretch for the first time. They have it between them. Oaks Manassas on the inside, Some Night on the outside, challenging to Sly Star. Coming up to challenge it is John Smith with Stone Rig I Am, making a sweeping move up on the outside. They're going to dictate the pace in this one if they can. The Dublin boys as they sit 1, 2, 3 in front, bringing around, coming to the Jeweller's turn for the first time. On the inside it's Oaks Manassas falling back slightly. It's Some Night making ground on the outside. Is Stone Rig I Am behind that is Sly Star. Up they come with 2 the racemen front. The Sheridan boys are still there in front. John Smith breaks up the party. He moves Stone Rig I Am out in front. Stone Rig I Am strikes the front for the first time with 2 circles to race. 2 to race. Stone Rig I Am goes in front, being chased along by Oaks Manassas. His stable companion Some Night goes to join behind that. Sly Star behind that. Markham Music. We find Blackwell Peter covering ground behind that. 2 Trailblazer, 2 Stone Rig Diamond at the starting. The man in corner for the second time. John Smith is trying to steal a march this time as he opens up plenty of daylight to the Sheridan boys, leaving him behind. The better on the inside is Some Night. On the outside it is Oaks Manassas. Sly Star is starting to improve with Michael Goggin. Behind that comes Bobby Clary with Market Music. Still out in front, sailing for home, Stone Rig I Am. Being driven by John Smith. Strikes the Jeweller's turn for the second time with Oceans of Length. 3 to qualify. Remember, the Sheridans look good at this stage with Oaks Manassas and Some Night. Around that turn comes Stone Rig I Am, still improving. Stone Rig I Am. I hear the bell getting ready. They're going to get it to go. Remind them they're on the final run when they come in front. Stone Rig I Am in front of the Sheridan 2-0. Oaks Manassas and Some Night. Coming, the challenge is starting to come on the outside. Sly Star is there. Bobby Clary is making a good run with Markham Music. Behind that comes Blackwell, Peter and Martin. They run for home and running for home. It's John Smith all alone with Stone Rig I Am. The race is on from behind. The boys are moving, the local boys. Bobby Clary makes a move out from the back with Markham Music. Martin sees daylight and he goes with him. They go 4 abreast on the man in corner for the last time. The outside runners are improving. That is Market Music and Blackwell Peter. Blackwell Peter and Martin putting the challenge to Martin Music, well in front and sailing for home. Still there with Oceans Elected. Stone Rig I Am. It's going to be interesting to see can this fella cut that back. Blackwell Peter and Martin. Peter and Martin shows in front for shows in number 2 position on the Dairyman straight as they go on it for the last time. In front with Oceans of Link, Stone Rig I Am with John Smith aboard being chased home by Blackwell Peter. Coming out of that is Markham Music. The Sheridans are trying to fight back. Donald Murphy is coming with Trailblazer on the outside, but they're all leaving it too late. But up around the home turn they come. It's going to look good, barring a fall for Stone Rig I Am to be in tomorrow's final. It's looking good for Blackwell Peter and Curry Sullivan and Martin Brickley. But the most interesting pace is going to go to the number 3 slot, and on the inside the Sheridan boys are fighting for it with Donald Murphy and Trailblazer. Oaks Manassas on the inside, Trailblazers on the outside as they come to it. 1 and 2 are safe, but we're looking back to see who's going to get number 3 position. It's Donald Murphy is fighting hard to get 2 horses to the final. He's going to have to divide himself. Donald Murphy is through with John Sullivan's Trailblazer. 1, home and dry, Stone Rig I Am. 2 is Blackwell Peter, and a hard finishing is Trailblazer in 3. Let's have the handicap numbers back before we walk. Drivers, please, have the handicap numbers back, and let's see the runner. See the final sulky race of the Sunday card. Ready to start. It's the Great Sea Sulky Race, being sponsored very kindly by Guinness Group Sales, the Sound Stores in a scheme, and the winner will collect a perpetual trophy presented by the West Cork Salvaries of Drumleague. 8 runners go behind. The white flag turns very snappy. Number 1 is Alla Anna. Number 2 is Yankee Doris. Number 3 is Dilly Shandy Time. Number 4 is Little Arden Smoke. Second line at the start on the inside will be Cottage wearing number 5. Number 6 is Adora Star. Number 7 is Rob Hawk. And the outsider of line 2 is Bobby's Gobble wearing number 8. We're ready to move up at the final harness race of the afternoon. We have 9 good horses gone through to tomorrow's big race, the Central Track Grand Prix. And here we come with the final sulky race of the afternoon, the Great Sea Sulky. Pat Hayes getting better, and Anna tries to catch him. Stewart for the starting gate just got out in time. Anna was quick behind it, opening up the daylight to these runners trying to steal a march. Anna being chased along by Tarka Cottage and Sam Jennings on the inside. Gone up on the outside it is Rob Hawk with Christy Dunn challenging Dilly Shandy Time. Two circus to race in this one. They're down the Greenock stretch for the first time. Out in front, it's the Premier League man, Anna, being chased along by Sam Jennings with Tarka Cottage on the inside. Christy Dunmanway Hawk on up to challenge for number 2 position. Line 3 is Dilly Shantytown. Behind that it is Adora Star. Behind that comes Bobby's Gobble, 2 Little Arden Smoke, 2 Yankee Adoris. Round they come. I hear the bell getting ready as they come and close down the distance on Anna. They have a circuit to run for home for the sponsor Great Sea Sulky from in front. Anna is still there in front, being chased along on the inside is Sam Jennings with Tarka Cottage moving up on the outside. Ears peeled and ready for action is Rob Hawk as he goes to challenge Anna. Gone on the inside is Tarka Cottage. Rob Hawk hangs in behind. Mighty Dog makes a nice run with Dilly Shantytown up into the frame. Behind that is breaking up into 2 pairs of fours. Behind that comes Adora Star with Donald Murphy. Behind that Bobby's Gabble trying to improve. From Yankee Adoris to Little Arden Smoke at the stubborn. They're bunched together down the back stretch for the last time. Christy Dunn tries to adjust on Rob Hawk. The running coming from the outside. Anna drops back. Sam Jennings takes it over with Tarka Cottage. Tarka Cottage goes from Rob Hawk. Anna fights back on the outside of Dilly Shantytown as they come to the O'Leary turn. It's Tarka Cottage in front by a link, being chased along by Rob Hawk. Anna could improve. This one can change a gear at any moment. On the inside is Dilly Shantytown, disputed for 3 and 4. Behind that Bobby's Gabble tried to improve from Adora Star, but around the home turn they come up to the Southwestern Straight. It is Sam Jennings with Tarka Cottage in front, being chased by Rob Hawk, and 2 behind that is Dilly Shantytown after improving up, and Anna's gone back into 4. Up to the touchline they come. It is Tarka Cottage on the inside. Rob Hawk is improving on the outside, and here comes Dilly Shantytown. Here comes Rob Hawk up to challenge. Neck and neck as they come together to the finishing line. Tarka Cottage on the inside. Rob Hawk is up. Yes, Rob Hawk is going to get it. It's close for me to call from Rob Hawk to Tarka Cottage. Leave it to the judges. From Dilly Shantytown, from Anna, doing a U-turn on Pacho, but nobody hurt. Let's have the handicap numbers back. Stuart, please.
We're in the Baltic as well as December and January. So what is another reason to this fact that it was a wonderful success. We're getting almost 20,000 pounds. So we expect tomorrow to have the greatest final we ever had here in Lips. Top part from this. I'd like to see you go here tomorrow again. And once again, I'd like to thank you for coming around. And I'd like you to put hands together and get Terry down there a very big hand. He's a wonderful man at his job. Thank you very much. Look me up, I see the connections of Winnie Twist. Get you ready?
Right. Now, just looking up to see the horse we're waiting for, Shawnee Daly's Willie Twist. Shawnee's been ably helped. Actually, we see Willie Twist, the horse we're waiting for at the moment, getting ready. Shawnee's been ably assisted there by John Crowley, who's taken up position of assistant trainer. And I see they have the strong jockey, Kieran O'Driscoll, ready to mount. 7 runners to go for the final trot, the Lady from Lip Trotting Derby of Willie Twist, John Crowley. They haven't done up very nice. He's looking behind to see, can he see his jockey? Yes, here comes Kieran. So John will give Kieran the leg up and we'll call for the white flag. The Lady from Lip Trotting Derby. It was a good card of runners on the card, but we only end up with 7 to face the white flag. Runners are number 5, H.T. Adius, the true servant of the Murphys, been ridden of course by his usual pilot Ronan. Stonerig Banner, Johnny McSweeney aboard for the Forbes, wears number 21. Newtown Bullet has Brian Murphy up for Christy Hurley, wears number 14. John Sheehy is aboard Smoke Image for the Rileys. Bohemian Star, Tommy Hill's runner, wears number 21, the ride of Patrick O'Brien. Shawnee Daly's runner, Willie Twist, been ridden by Kieran O'Driscoll, wears number 8. And Market By for the Quills of Ballincarry, been ridden by Michael Williamson and wears number 4. Right, Paddy. Back we go, boys, to join. 3 circles to race, lads. 3 circles to race from in front. 7 of runners in it. 7 runners in it for the Lady from Lip Trotting Derby. Are we right in front, stewards, spectators? Are we back off the course? going too far back. Now, jockeys, please watch it. The gate is turning in very sharp. So, Johnny, please watch it. You're on the inside. Now, watch that starting gate as they move up in front, getting the flag dropped for the Great Ace trot. And the hop pot in and moves already. HT Arius gone up on the outside of Bohemian Star. Moving on the inside of that, it is Stonewig Banner. Michael Williamson moves up with Market Music. Behind that, Willie Twist to Smoke Image, to Newtown Bullet, who's finding the hard track slow to get moving on. Down the back stretch they go. The Drina Co-op sponsored straight. HT moves abreast on Bohemian Star on the inside. Stonewig Banner tucked nicely in three behind that. Market Boy has his ear pricked with the appearance of plenty of running inside. Line 4. Willie Twist closing down the distance in 5. Smoke Image to back at the stern, Newtown Bullet. Up they come for the first time. Down that sponsored straight by Southwestern Breeding Society. Still disputed, HT takes it over from Bohemian Star. They have 2 circuits to race them in front. 2 circuits to race them in front. HT thereby linked. Stonewig Banner, the centre horse, making the running up the challenge in the centre line, drawn 2. Behind that, Bohemian Star from Market Music, disputing 3 and 4. Willie Twist and Kieran O'Driscoll trying to close it down in 5. From John Sheehy aboard on Smoke Image. Backstretch for the second time. Market Boy makes a move up to challenge HT. Gone by on Stonewig Banner. Bohemian Star dropping back from the fight. Going Indian file around the O'Leary's Jewelers Corner. HT from Market Boy. From Stonewig Banner, Bohemian Star, Willie Twist, Smoke Image and Newtown Bullet. Round they come into the straight. The bell getting ready below me to give them the signal for the run home. The hot pot cruising, HT, being chased by Michael Williamson lying low on Market Music. The hard surface is definitely suiting HT. He's running heat, and I'm informed it was the fastest heat of the afternoon, and he's running pretty to win the open trot in front of Market Music. Down the back stretch for the last time, HT and Market Music, a 2-horse race out of 7. HT finds that 5th gear and kicks the daylight between himself and Market Music. Michael trying hard to get back into contention. Around the home turn they swing. Plenty of daylight between them. HT in front, Market Music is chasing. Up around they come. Further on home, Donald not asking too much of HT. He knows he's through to tomorrow's final. But this fella, still the true servant of the Murphys, HT, roams home to collect another cup for Donald in front of Market Music. 1 HT, 2 Market Music, a fight between the back markers for a place between Bohemian Star and Newtown Bullet after coming from the back. Tommy Hill is going to hold on to 3rd from Newtown Bullet going 4. That's the class. What time?
Well, I'm leaving a package in this way. You go over towards the ambulance, and there's a new road down there, and take it easy. Correct me, so that you take nice and easy and you'll get there. Thank you for coming on. Steve Cowley. Steve. Steve Cowley. Up behind. leave them alone. Everyone off the track now, please.
Of this video, and for you who educated, I said last year that we'd have a tag this year. My words came through, the tag is there, and I can guarantee you one thing, that is a tag that's going to be a great benefit to trotting, circle racing, and for the sport in general in West Cork. And tomorrow is a very big day for trotting and circle racing. We expect one of the biggest and best finals we ever had. There were 9 top horses in it.
First, Paddy, I must congratulate you on your track. As I've said a dozen times, it's like a miracle to see it. It's a dream come true and all that. It was a great success, and your head must be swollen from all the compliments that TDs and ministers gave you during the afternoon. But we wish you the best of luck with it.
Thanks, Jackie. Thanks.
Donald, first I have to say congratulations. It's not everyone who can qualify 3 horses, who is already champion jockey and champion field jockey, and who is only, 18? And who's only in his 2nd year of driving. So how do you feel about your 3 qualifiers?
I don't know really. They just, I know HT was easy enough to qualify, but I had to work very hard with Sandra Spirit and Trailblazer to qualify them.
But you certainly got the job done. Now tomorrow you'll be driving HT.
Yeah.
How did you find driving for the first time on the new track?
It was, you got a good lift off it. It was very easy to corner them like in that. And they didn't brake like sometimes they brake at the corners in the field. It was easy enough to drive really in it. And you had plenty of room.
There isn't very much we can say about HT. He's won so many races that I can't even remember them all. Would you like to have a front row draw, or does it make any difference to that horse?
Well, HT I'd say would rather front trot to be easier on him, and if he got out near the front, like, it was easier on horse to be in the front and then rather than pass the other horses from the back.
So let's say there is a situation where HT and Sandra Spirit are neck and neck and the winning post is in sight. Are you going to shove on regardless?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow.
Okay.
Right, Jackie. The man himself, Jimmy Carthy.
Jim, for the 2nd year I am talking to you as being a qualifier. How did you like the new track?
Outstanding, very good. It is a thrill to drive in it, and to our Dublin friends I was there used to it, but I think to every driver in West Cork, it is something of a lifetime ambition to drive in something like that, to be saw in your home.
Did you find you had to use different tactics?
Probably we'll have to use our brains a small bit more, alright, but we'll get that after a while.
Were you pleased with Lime Hazard's performance on this new surface?
Yeah, I was happy enough with him. He seemed to adjust it fairly well anyway. He trotted a good race. HT seemed to be trotting very well. But I was happy enough with his performance.
Do you hope to get a front row draw, or does it make any difference to you?
It is a help to get a front row draw, but the track is so good that it is a big improvement to draws, that even if you're drawn in the 2nd row, you still have a good chance.
I suppose it's useless to ask you which horse you most fear tomorrow.
It is not HT. HT is the horse I fear.
he seemed to be flying today, and he himself and I am won a very easy race. He looked very impressive. He had a solo run, and there seemed to be no pressure on him, and he still steered his race very good. And of course, Finn Brickley's horse, Justin Aged, ran very well too.
Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow anyway. Everyone's telling me that Limes Hazard is 1-2 favourite to win it, which, does that put more pressure on you?
I wouldn't back him at 1-2, but I'll drive him to win, but I wouldn't back him at 1-2.
Okay, thank you very much and the best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. Sidon from Dublin.
Christy, welcome to LEP, and for the second year in a row I'm talking to you as a qualifier. What did you think of our new track?
You've done a fantastic job on the track. It's hard to believe the way we raced here last year. It's a credit to the Cork people, and all they can do is fly. It's a great future ahead of us.
Did you find that your tactics in the race today was much different than on your established track in Dublin?
No, you have still got the advantage of us on the distance, you know what I mean, 1.5 miles. We're used to racing the miles.
Yes.
Maybe 1.25 miles, but
yeah.
You still have the advantage down here with the 1.5 miles racing.
But did you find that the new surface made any difference as compared to the established surface of your track at Portmonnock?
Oh, we gave every horse a better chance, like the like of Limes Hazard there, second again, waiting for tomorrow. Joe had the good horses, Justin Angel, Sanders Spirit. They're all there just waiting, knocking on the door for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. We are of course very familiar with Stonebriggs I Am here, and he was very impressive today, but we have seen him often when he was very impressive. Was this your first time driving him?
It's the first time I ever set up and was today, yeah.
And you had seen him do his 2:04 last week. Was he as good as you thought he was from that race?
I know, I'll be honest with you, when I was asked to drive him this morning, I didn't think he'd get the distance to 1.5 miles, but I had to take back what I said about the horse. He definitely gets the trip.
He seemed to have it, he didn't seem to be pushed, he was out there cruising in front. Would you prefer a front row draw tomorrow?
Well, all the horses tomorrow, they're all top class horses. And the draw does make the difference in the All-Ireland. I said it last year and I say it again. If you draw 1 or 2 and the gate is quick, you have a great chance. It's hard to come back because you're up against top class horses. It's hard to come by 2 or 3 horses. The draw is the main factor in this final tomorrow, without a doubt.
Is there any horse you particularly fear in the race tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I always fancy Limes Hazard. He's always a danger. The way he went today, second, 3:16. But he was just jogged there, you know what I mean? The other horse, Hasty Adios, he won it, but I think Limes Hazard's a better repeater tomorrow.
What about Saunders Spirit and Blackwell Peter, who also didn't seem to be really pushed today?
Well, Saunders Spirit, he's a 2-4 record in Portmonnock as well.
That's right.
I'd say, you told me he's a change of driver tomorrow.
That's right.
Just be a good bit of help to him tomorrow on that kind of a track. It's still going to be a tight race.
And what about Blackwell Peter?
I don't fancy Blackwell Peter. I'd fancy Limes Hazard, Justin Angel, Stonebriggs I Am, or Sanders Spirit.
Of course, we remember well from last year when Justin Angel took you by surprise, didn't he?
I was expecting Justin Angel to come back, but he didn't. He stayed on the trip.
Yes.
He stayed the trip. I thought, because I had Limes Hazard on the outside, I had him fixed, but I thought Justin Angel would come back, but he never did. I got caught last year.
So from that statement, we presume you won't get caught this year?
I think we have a better advantage now tomorrow with the hard track. You can kind of rate your time tomorrow. Like you can only go by the clock, and I think that's the advantage now that the Dublin lads will have over the Cork lads just for a while. You know what I mean? Until they get used to the hard track and find out what way they're rating their miles or their halves. But I still think it's hard to beat the Cork horses because they're super fit for miles and a half. Like the Dublin horses, miles every week. But after saying that, Stormix I Am went a good horse today.
Yes, we would consider that Stormix I Am is generally a front runner, but not necessarily. But would you agree with that?
No, well, I came from the back today. I set in up the back straight, and I seen what was going on, so I decided to pull out and go.
Yes, but you went to the front sort of early and stayed there.
Yes, it kind of suited me today to do that. But tomorrow he can sit in. Make no mistake, he'll sit in tomorrow. If he has to sit in. It all depends on what way the race goes. If he has to go to the front, he'll go to the front. But we'll have to sit him in, we can sit him in. Because tomorrow, the time today was 3:20. If Lime Hazard and Hasty Adios, that heat would have suited him because it was 2:16, 3:16, like 4 or 5 seconds faster. It all depends on what way the pace of the race goes tomorrow. Either he'll go to the front or he'll sit in.
Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow. If Stormix I Am wins, I'm sure you'll get a big cheer because we have very fond memories of him, and we certainly wish you the best of luck.
Thanks very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Christy. We're proud to have you and glad to have you. We put a lot of work into it. What do you think of today's racing?
Oh, very good.
Very good. I was very impressed. I visited it for the first time last Friday, about 4 o'clock, and I couldn't believe it could be in such form as it was today. It's outstanding, it's unbelievable. This time last year it was a pure dream. There was nobody else in that today envisaged this. Do you think there's a future there? Oh, without a doubt, yeah. Without a doubt, yeah. Definitely, and it's going to improve trotting in West Cork. The one thing I feel is that like tracks like Ronan, the tracks of their size will go over the board in a year or two. I don't think they will, Jack, where the likes of you are. There's no danger of Dreenuk, because it's the likes of you. It's the likes of you keeps the sport in their own town going. So Dreenuk will carry on for a long time, as long as you are there anyway. Yeah, I hope so. That is about all I have to say. We're glad to see all the people here racing today. It was very encouraging, a big crowd and very good racing, should I say. Thank you, Jake. Well, how is Stephanie go today for you? Are you happy with the car? Are you happy with the car? Oh, she's going like a bomb. Has you less trouble today than you've had other years? Had you less trouble today on that track than you had other years? Oh, she's a super track to drive on, no doubt. Do you think that we'll be successful? Do you think that the track is going to keep going and build up the sport? Oh, it'll be one of the big things around in West Cork. I've no doubt about that. Okay then, thank you. Thank you, Jackie, too.
Well, Finbar, I must congratulate you on qualifying again. You are, after all, last year's superb winner. This, of course, will be small stuff to you after getting your photograph taken with the Minister and having the Minister driving your horse. So, how did you like driving on the new track?
Oh, lovely, Jackie. I think my horse liked it very well. And, if things go as good as they went last year, I think he's there with a fair chance.
We know he likes hard going, but he didn't mind the top dressing on the track, did he?
No. He liked every inch of it. Yeah, everything went perfect for him. And if things rolls as well as they rolled last year, I think he'll be knocking on the door again.
I can't remember what I was going to say. Would you prefer a front row draw tomorrow, or will it make any difference to you? We know he is very fast off the gate.
No, I don't think he really minds. Last year he took it from behind.
Yeah.
Even though the fellas in front wouldn't go to the gate, but he still made it. And I think he can do it again. Back up front, I'm prepared to go.
Is there any horse, we know they're all good horses, is there any horse you particularly fear in that race?
Not really, no, not really. They're all good horses, and there was equally as good a horses as last year. You know, but I think the best horse will win on the day.
Do you find that you have to use different tactics driving on that track rather than on grass?
Well, it's really slightly, yeah, slightly. You know, you have to sit and wait for a while, but it might pay in the end.
Have you ever driven on a track before?
I have.
A hard track?
I've driven in Dublin on a few occasions, but you know, it's something new down here, and the track here is even different to Dublin at the moment.
How do you think it compares? Is it better or worse? Is there more room? Or?
Oh, it's equally as good, and in time I say will be a better track.
And how does the 1.5 miles suit Just an Angel?
Oh, I think he can handle it, hopefully. Jim was sitting behind me.
But he did win a mile race too in Corby Wood, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah. Well, you know, he can say the distance. He proved it today and he proved it last year. So I'm not look on the day, really.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and if you win again, you will be a popular winner.
Well, hopefully. I'll be trying hard with you. I won't say more, Jamie.
Okay, thank you very much, Finbar.
All right, thank you, bye.
Congratulations, Joe, on qualifying for the big race, and especially with a horse that was new to you and new to us. What did you think of him?
Well, I didn't know much about the horse, and I just, well, I said he just takes a good tug on that, like, so I just had a go, like, and that was it. He travelled very well actually for his first day around West Cork. He didn't stay the full trip now as well I thought he should, but he was good to match, me pleased.
What did you think of driving on our new track?
Oh, it was magnificent. It's worked every bit of pressure I worked with done to it, like, it's fabulous. That is a dream for West Cork. It's very good.
You have driven in Dublin, have you?
No, I never driven there. I've been there, but I never driven there.
So you have never driven on a hard track?
Never driven. That is totally different. Different surfaces, very good. Excellent track.
So you found your tactics had to be slightly different, had they?
Different, like you don't. You just sit there, like, and there's no room. You've plenty room to go when you want to. That is a totally different track to drive on. You have to know when to move. So you move too sooner, it's all over. Chance to learn.
As you aren't that familiar with the horse, you may not know whether you would prefer a front or a back.
Well, he went good off the gate now today, but he's, I'd say he likes the front actually. I don't know how tomorrow, what draw he's drawn, but he should go out. Like, he's good strong horse, and three laps will be suiting him.
Will you be nervous in this big race tomorrow?
Well, I suppose any big race you're always nervous in. It's a kind of a thrill to get a drive in that race, like. So no horse myself this year, but it's nice to be there. Nice to be there. And like to do it.
Is there any horse you particularly fear in that race, or do you not want to say?
I'd say I'd pick one of two horses out of the whole thing. As strong as I am, or Just an Angel. I don't know. Life Hazard is always dangerous, but I fancy that one of those two to bring it off. We'll be hoping to do as well as we can with her own drive, but let's see it.
But you'll be doing your best anyway, and regardless.
I will drive.
And that horse comes with quite a good record of wins in Antrim, but you said you think he'll go the 1.5 miles.
I think he will, but I think he's maybe a bit hard step around today. They weren't sure, like, today how well harness he should, maybe his head check and how wasn't that, and a hard surface. Like, 'twas grass track in Antrim, I'm sure he was running. And he'll go alright, I was hoping, yeah. She'd be happy just to get down the final anyway, for his first run around West Cork. But she was delighted to get to the final. So there was good competition in our heat and that.
Yes, there was. It was actually quite a it wasn't an easy heat to qualify in.
No, the horses were good. Like, there was two All-Ireland champions in it, one saddle and one sulky horse. And there was Jimmy Shee's horse, like, and I can't remember the other horses, but they were good class horses in the race.
Anyway, we wish you the best of luck, and I'm sure you will do your best. And of course, if you win too, just like Finbar after winning it last year, it'll be a very popular win. So we do wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank you very much. We'll do our best in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Bennett from Dublin is interviewing John Shannon, who has a horse and a driver in tomorrow's big race, Central Track Grand Prix.
Thanks, Paddy. John, qualified for once again another final. Do you fancy your chances?
Yes, good chance, yeah.
Good chance.
Good chance, yeah.
What's the dangers, do you think?
The danger, you know, it's very open race, I'd say. Yeah. It's very open.
Name a danger, but
it's hard to name a danger. There's 3 or 4 in there with great chances, like.
Lime Hazard.
Lime Hazard will be danger, of course, yeah. Stone with them, definitely. Justin Angel will be, yeah. And I think Sanders Spirit, if he gets a clear run, he'll be the house to beat, yeah.
But you think you'll beat them?
My horse never raced this year yet, like, first race, he needs a race, but he'll improve tomorrow, improve an awful lot, yeah. He was one of the horses that came off the back today, like, he had to go right around the field, yeah. He had to walk. Yeah, and I think Sanders Spirit will be the horse, yeah.
Sanders Spirit?
Yeah.
But you'll find them all the way anyway.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
This is Jerry Keenan. It's his first horse to bring down to Cork. He's so many to it, but he's down here with his own. He's won the final. He's won a heat today. He's entered for the final. What do you think your chances are?
I think it was as good as chance the next one. Spirit is the danger. But I'll have a good go at him.
You'll have a good go?
We'll have a good go with it, yeah.
Now, you have to make up a couple of seconds. Lime Hazard Heat was quicker than yours. Do you think you can make up the couple of seconds?
Well, today there was nothing there to run with my horse.
So he wasn't pushed?
So he wasn't pushed there today. He just kind of jogged it home. Actually, he was getting tired when he was loneliness more than anything else.
Loneliness?
Well, there when he was coming home, yes, I would say, yeah. There was nothing there to run with him at that time for the last quarter of a mile.
Well, you know it's the final. He won't be lonely tomorrow, will he win?
No, he will not.
Will he win?
He's in with a chance. He's in with a good chance. It's all good horses there tomorrow.
All good horses, right?
So, no, I don't know. It'll be a good day.
Best of luck anyway, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thomas, you're the official handicapper in Dublin. You've come down to Cork. We have a new track there. I've asked you 3 questions in the one. Number 1, what do you think of the track in West Cork? Is there a future in it?
Oh, definitely. There's a definite future. He's had a fantastic crowd today. The track is well laid. Dublin men is complimented it. The times, 3:16 for a mile and a half. I think it's 5 seconds outside Portmarnock's record. So on your first day, there's plenty of improvement there. I think we'll see you go 3:13, 3:40 in tomorrow's final. It's almost as quick as Portmarnock. As good as it. Down, everybody's watching the racing. There's been good finishes today. I think the racing is just set to get better and better.
Have you got a harder surface in Portmarnock?
Yeah, much harder. And some say it's generally too hard. A lot of the horses prefer a give in the ground, and your track has a give in the ground at the moment. Things can only get better.
Do you think that our track will harden as hard as Portmarnock in time?
Eventually. Not as hard. Portmarnock is open, I think it's 30 years this year. So he's have 30 years before he's worried about it kind of ever hardening. But it'll improve, definitely. It'll get faster and faster, especially now that he's had more mile races. Mile races will definitely encourage public, good finishes, close finishes, the mile racing.
It's nice to see a young boy like you in charge of the handicapping. I wish down here that we would have the same, because a lot of us are getting old and it's very hard to get the youth in. You know, so what would you suggest that we would do to get the youth in?
I find that there is a lot of youth involved. I think there's much more youth involved in your racing than it is in our racing. And you just have to try and encourage the youngsters to get involved in the administration of the sport, and in time they'll become good.
Will you carry back the big prize tomorrow to Dublin?
We haven't yet. We've been coming down at 20-30 years, and Dublin horses never won the big final. I think we've better chance this year than ever. Better chance this year than ever.
Yes, I would agree with you there. And the best luck to you.
Okay.
And thanks for coming along.
Thanks, Paddy.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the man that done the polishing to the track. It is hard to believe that there was 9 feet, 9 foot of rock, 11 foot of rock and parts of it. And you look at it today, you think there was no rock there. So this is the man that done the job. Finbar Dunmanway, known as Rick's Hire Plant Hire Clonakilty. Finbar, look at it today, are you happy?
Yes, happy, Paddy. I'm delighted. I'm thrilled to see a racetrack in West Cork. I told you when the first day I met you Western Track, remember? The first time we walked it. I said that you to make it a West Cork, and I think it will be. I seriously think it's going to be the makers of West Cork, and I hope that everybody will be happy with our work there. I think you are. That's all that matters.
I think Finbar, in fairness to everyone that was there today, they were all in praise of you, because I really into think myself that is the best job I ever see done, and as you're the hardest working family I ever see.
We work hard. We wake up every morning at 5 o'clock.
I know that, Finbar, and
we have to be.
I know that, and I see that. And my time, and I'm a long time on the road, and I see people working in different places, and I think you're the hardest working family I ever see. And again, I would like to thank you very much, and a very best of luck to you in the future.
And we will, with the help of God, I'll be back there again, tidy up the place.
That's true, Finbar. Thank you very much. Thank you.
John Cleveland, Hector Greedy, Hector Collins, John Big Hammett, Sidney Wolf, Larry Hopkins, and the man with the skating with the hat, John Dunmanway, John Cleveland. And Kenny Brown, the chief take over in the races of. Hello, as I said, we are almost done with this on the beat also. And the range is doing it, and we have the able to be making it. Otherwise, we will have to draw. Ready to be and ready to be careful, to be ready, and ready to get to it. We are ready to focus for it, and we are better than to do.
Tag getting ready for the first race in the card. It's the Brady Trot, 6 runners behind it, being sponsored very kindly by O'Leary's Jeweller of Skibbereen and the South of Ireland Petroleum Company. 6 goal. Western Breeze from Skull wears number 14, being ridden by Patrick O'Brien. The big one, Lissacaha Lady, wears number 8. Yankee Adorus, Paddy O'Donovan's runner. April Rose, Bobby's Girl, and Taylor's Express.
Pat Hayes has taken over the white flag for the afternoon. First the show going by for the first time it is Bobby's Girl with Christine, the Havens colours, strikes Paddy Manning's turn for the first time, being chased along by Taylor's Express. April Rose and Donald Murphy moving up outside at the challenge. Behind that, Kevin O'Connell. From Lissacaha Lady to Western Breeze. Indian file, they go down the Dairyman Straight for the first time. In front by 5 or 6 lengths, it's Bobby's Girl being chased by April Rose, gone up into 2. Taylor's Express is 3. Kevin O'Connell, that's Yankee Adora, settled nicely in 4. Kieran is happy to let them sail along with the big one, lying 5, Lissacaha Lady.
Down they come. Next time they'll strike it, it's going to be the home turn. Christine has plenty of daylight between herself and the field. She comes up with Bobby's girl. The bell getting ready to sound down the track, reminding them of the last circuit. Going for home, Donald Murphy is closing down the daylight. Kevin O'Connell is improving nicely with Yankee Doris. Kieran is not letting them get too far out of hand. With Lisa Cahalady in forward, with Christine goes to work on Bobby's girl to try and open up that daylight again as they strike the back stretch. Being chased by April Rose from Yankee Doris in 3, Lisa Cahalady line 4. But Bobby's girl is improving as she strikes the back stretch for the last time. Kevin O'Connell is going to improve a notch with Yankee Doris. A lot of daylight between them and the front runner. Sailing for home on her own, batting a fall is Bobby's girl, being chased along by April Rose after winning that duel between himself and Yankee Doris. Lisa Cahalady moves into 3. Kevin is having problems. The round they come home to the touchline. A win for Bobby Cleary and Bobby's girl with Christine aboard. Lisa Cahalady is improving well. She won it off the back yesterday. She's not going to win it today, but she's going to improve up on April Rose to make a good run for second. Donald is fighting to stay in front. Lisa Cahalady is improving by the stride, but Donald is going to hold it off. RSA. It's the judge's call between Lisa Cahalady and April Rose. But Bobby's girl is home and dry. Ready to make the draw for the Grade B Sulky.
See the start of the first sulky race of the afternoon. It's heat number 1 of the Grade B Sulky. The Grade B Sulky has been sponsored very kindly by O'Brien's Van and Car Rental, and the winner collects the Billy Deed Perpetual Memorial Cup. It's made up of 2 heats, 6 in each heat. We're looking for 3 to qualify from each heat to give us 6 for the final. Racing for over 2.5 laps. Anthony Hahn in some kind of trouble with Laughing Lobel.
Right, Pat, let's get him into line. Are we right, Anthony? Laughing Lobel not anxious to join the start. As Anto gets Laughing Lobel into stride. Up into line 2, Alain is on the inside. Line 3 is young Christy Dunn with the Rambler. Line 4 is Martin Brickley with Saunders Pegas. Line 5 is Kieran O'Driscoll with Saunders Image. And the outsider is the blue of Sam Jennings with Steady Star. Round they come. Pat has them positioned nicely. They come in full flight as they race for something over 2 laps. Pat Hayes lifts to dust. Gets the starting gate well away from them. It's Laughing Lobel, who is refusing to start for Anthony Hahn, gets up first, showing the way to young Christy Dunn with the Rambler in 2. Behind that comes Martin Brickley challenging with Saunders Pegas. Kieran O'Driscoll makes a move up on the outside with Saunders Image to go 2 abreast. Steady Star to Alaana at the stern. Down the Dairyman straight for the first time. The Dublin boys are out in front. This stylish driver, Anthony Hahn, loves to see the way this fella tucks his whip under his arm and drives along coolly. He's sailing in front of the Rambler, being chased by Christy Dunn. A race between the 2 Saunders for 3 and 4 on the inside, getting the better of that advantage of Saunders Image after moving into 3. Saunders Pegas and 4. John Tyner's runner is making ground with Sam Jennings as he brings up the rail, and Alain is starting to move for Patrick Callan. The bell is going to sound down the track this time. They're in a circle for home, 3 to qualify, give us a final of 6, 3 from each heat. Anto has a look, he looks the wrong way, but the Rambler is tucked in nicely behind him. Gives him 1 or 2 lengths clear. Sam Jennings is making a nice move up with Steady Star. Goes by Saunders Image. As they run the full circle for home, Anto's in front, cruising with Laughing Lobel. She was slow to start, but she knows what the game is all about once the white flag dropped. Opening the daylight to the Rambler, who's falling back to find the pack closing in tightly on him. It's going to be a good race for number 3 slot. Barring a fall, Laughing Lobel is going to make the final. The Rambler is dropping back and he's going to be caught very soon by a fast-running Saunders Image. Puts the tail into Martin Brickley's face and goes about his job as he moves up into number 2 slot. On the outside is running nicely is Steady Star. Coming off the back is Alaana. It's going to be a race for the qualifying, for the back markers to qualify. Laughing Lobel is looking pretty. She sails around the home turn, being chased by Saunders Pegas.
The local money is going to be on this fella for the final. It's 3 to qualify Sanders Pegasus and 2 a race between Steady Star and Anna to qualify. It's going to be a good run between them as they come up the home straight. Laughing Nobel is out centre of the track, and the sailing home is going to be into the final. Sanders Pegasus looks good, but the challenge is coming from Anna. She sweeps by Steady Star to cruise into number 3 slot. Started slow with Patcher, but finishing fast. 1 for Anthony Horn, Laughing Nobel. 2 Martin Brickley with Sanders Pegasus. 3 from the back, Anna with Patcher Callan. Now, Stewards, may we have the handicap numbers back immediately before the horses go up. Stewards down the track, Tommy Quick and Sandy Russell and company. We want the handicap numbers back before the horses go up. Let's see the square trotters come. Let's see the square trotters come.
The square trotters race ready to start between the 3 horses. Rightly so, the local one in the race, Young Jacobs runner. Whereas number 3, the drive of David Sheehy. Campari, the Canes runner, been driven by Jerry Kane, and Cavalier Hoff, drawn in line 1, the drive of Alan Wallace. 3 laps to race in this one, giving them the distance 1.5 miles. It's been sponsored very kindly by the West End Bar here in Lepp, Ford's Hotel of Onahincha, West Cork Meats, and the Perpetual Cup is presented by Murphy's Brewery.
Well, Paddy is trying to shout equally as good as the bookies here behind me, saying whatever about the bench, you can get your ice cream behind me. As we look down, we see the white flag moving for the square trotters race between Cavalier Hoff, Kim Campari, and Rightly So. They have 3 circus to race from in front. Patrick is in trouble as he has to slow down to settle Kim Campari, but in front, Cavalier Hoff, the chested in the race, shows 3 links clear to Rightly So in 2, to Campari settling back in 3. Indian file they go, and they start to open up the daylight. Alan with this lovely free moving Cavalier Hoff in front of Rightly So, drawn 2. Jerry Kane is moving back into the frame with Campari in 3. The running is being made off the back as Jerry Kane is closing down the daylight on Rightly So. But in front, Alan Wallace has the power to get away, and has oceans of day link between himself and Rightly So and Campari after closing down the daylight in 3. Up in front they come, they have 2 complete circles to race from in front. Sailing is Cavalier Hoff, being chased by Rightly So. Jerry having problems with Campari, trying to settle him down, losing ground again. But sailing for home is Cavalier Hoff. From Rightly So, from Campari after throwing away all that good work. Down the back stretch he has to try and bring it back again. Yes, Alan Wallace is showing us what it's all about as he asks Cavalier Hoff for a little spurt down to the O'Leary's corner. The bell is getting ready this time in front, going to signal a run for home. Jerry Kane is out of it with Campari, so it's a 2-horse race between Cavalier Hoff and Rightly So. Sailing by, Cavalier Hoff being chased by Rightly So. The backstretch for the last time, the long striding Cavalier Hoff. Cruising for home without a challenge, Rightly So is not going to improve. Well, he broke stride yesterday with Allen. May have cost him a place in today's final. Well, he most certainly didn't break stride this afternoon as he sails home in front of Rightly So. Cavalier Hoff, Alan Wallace. One Cavalier Hoff, two Rightly So, and Jerry Keane is walking home with Campari. Against Jutes, may we have the handicap numbers back before we go up. And he is moving on with the right standing 6 runners down the track forward this one. Probably number 1 by chance, yes, there's going on with chance to get aboard. The runners for the open sulky, please be ready after this. The 8 runners concerned with the open sulky, please be ready. White bodies, let's go behind the starting gate and see the drag up past. Just over 2 suckers to race and see qualified in the 6 for the final. The runners for the open sulky up down the hot boxes, please be ready. As Ronan or Red Doll, Master 5, 14 Star, Oaks Manasseh, just in time. October Gold and Rubenstein, they're the 8 runners for the next one, please be ready. 6 to 4 of the hill. The White Flag is about to walk for heat number 2 of the Grade B Sulky. 6 to 4 of the hill.
As we look down, we see them getting ready for heat number 2 of the Grade B Sulky. It's made up of 6 runners. By Chance wears number 1. Pendle Raja, the Dublin runner, wears number 2. Magnum's Express wears number 3. Sly Bernard wears number 4. Some Night wears number 5. And Newtown Bullet wears number 6. Over 2 laps to race and 3 to qualify. 3 already gone through to the final. We're waiting for 3 more.
Come on, Tom, let's move him up with Magnum Express, please. Come on, lads, come on, let's get a move on there. All right, Pat, let's see that white flag up. Runners for the next one, the open sulky, please be ready after this one. The draw takes place here at the Secretary's Caravan for the, out on the track for the 9 runners, the 9 horses concerned with the big race of the afternoon, the Grand Prix. Will you please make your way down to the, alongside the Secretary's van where the draw is going to take place. For starting positions, the white flag is moving along with the Grade B Sulky, heat number 2. 6 tucked in nicely behind them. The white flag is after dropping. Christy Dunn moves well to the inside with Some Night. Up there on the inside is By Chance. Moving alongside him. There's Sly Bernard. They strike the Manning corner for the first time. By Chance sets the pace to Christy Dunn on the inside with Some Night. Sly Bernard is up outside that challenging to find Billy Toomey bursting through and forward Newtown Bullet. Being chased along by Pendle Raja with the back marker Madnam's Express. The dairyman straight for the first time as they go Indian file on the setting the pace as the Sheehy's runner By Chance being chased along by the orange of Christy Dunn. That's on Some Night. Moving away on the outside and putting in a good challenge is the white face of Newtown Bullet. He gets up on Sly Bernard to dispute it for 3 and 4. The back marker started to tidy up the rear in the way of Madam's Express and Pendle Raja. Round they come and they're going to get the bell this time as they run a full circle for home. It's a heat 3 qualifying. Sailing up in front is John Smith with the Sheehy's runner By Chance, being chased along by Christy Dunn lying in 2. Behind that it is a dispute still between Newtown Bullet and Sly Bernard on the inside. Newtown Bullet seems to be gaining the advantage as he moves up to challenge Christy Dunn for number 2 slot as the crew go around the Manning corner for the last time in the heat number 2 of the Grade B Sulky. Out in front is By Chance being chased along by the inside runner. That's Some Night gone up on the outside challenging for number 2 slot as the white face of Newtown Bullet. Packed in nicely in 4. It is Willie McKittrick with Sly Bernard. Behind that comes Patrick Kane with Pendle Raja, and the back marker is at the stern Magnum's Express. They're starting to pick up the pace as they run for home. That closes it down, and by chance, being driven nicely by John Smith. Christy Dunn is going to hold on hard to number 2 slot. He's pulling out the challenge as they go around the Jeweller's Turn for the last time. It's going to be a race again for the back markers to qualify. The first 2 look to be sailing for home. Newtown Bullet and Sly Bernard are making a good race out of it for the place. Sly Bernard has the advantage around the tunnel. The big horse finds it hard to tunnel as he comes for home. It's by chance sailing in front of Some Night, and here comes Willie McKittrick up on the outside with Sly Bernard. 1, the 3 Dublin boys are home. 1, it is the Sheehy's by chance. 2 is Christy Dunn with Some Night. 3 is Sly Bernard. They're the 3 that qualify.
Let's have the handicap numbers back and getting drivers. Would you please make your way back here with the handicap numbers? Drivers, let's have the handicap numbers back. The draw is taking place out on the track for the people who please be ready. We know the 6, so the 600 has gone so far with Great Big Salty. Please be ready immediately after this one. The drivers are busy at work out here on the track. The draw is taking place for positions at the start of the big one.
HT areas, Colin took.
9 horses going behind. Harbour is lifted it up with the runners for the open sulky. In the meantime, 8 runners for this one, 8 runners for the open sulky.
Blackwell, Peter. No.
Drivers come and collection numbers for here in front. Drivers come and collect.
Draw away anyway, that's grand. Draw another one more. No, it has to be the horse on one. Trailblazer 5. This is the second line now after.
Runners for the final of the Great Big Salty. The 6 horses concerned. Please be ready after this one. The 6 runners for the Great Big Salty. Please be ready after this one. Sam Jennings has Bohemian Star. We're number 4, Sam, on the outside of line 1. We're number 4 on the outside of line 1.
Stormy Sam. Check out the other one in the round horses, only Hazard lived. Lion Hazard, that's Grant Henson. 5 and 4.
Can we get the numbers on drivers here in front? Let's have
So far, we're ready to see the start of the Grade A Sulky. It's made up of 8 runners, and the trophy has just been put on stand here alongside me. It's a beautiful trophy presented by